Escort this child out. That's so funny.
Everyone, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the playing of the national anthems.
Hey! And hold! You're on, thanks.
Everyone, please be seated. Welcome to Sabre Nation's third quarter award ceremony. I'm Senior Airman Ortiz Gonzalez from the 52nd Contracting Squadron.
And I am Technical Sergeant Scott Armstrong from the 52nd Civil Engineer Squadron, and we will be your MCs for today's ceremony.
At this time, we would like to introduce our distinguished guests in attendance today. Please hold your applause until everyone is introduced. From the 52nd Fighter Wing Leadership, Team Commander, and our host for today's event, Colonel Leslie Pop. Class Commander, Colonel William McKibben, and their wingman, Chief Master Sergeant Toby Roach.
From the 52nd Operations Group, Commander Colonel Christopher Smith. No clap. You guys did it for everybody else, though. Deputy Commander Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Lindsay, and their wingman, Chief Master Sergeant Mark Rogers.
From the 52nd Maintenance Group, Commander Colonel James Vinson, Deputy Commander Lieutenant Colonel Bobby Buckner, and their wingman, Chief Master Sergeant Christopher Yeager.
From the 52nd Munitions Maintenance Group, Commander Colonel Michael Clancy, and Deputy Commander Lieutenant Colonel Mark Leahy.
From the 52nd Mission Support Group, Commander Colonel Betsy Ross, Deputy Director Mr. Russell Oster, and their wingman, Chief Master Sergeant Stephen Matthews.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Commander Colonel Peter French, and his wingman, Chief Master Sergeant Virginia Torpy.
And from the 52nd Fighter Wing, Wing Staff Agency and Comptroller Squadron, representing the commander, Lieutenant Colonel Austin Brown, and his wingman, Senior Master Sergeant Roldan.
We also extend a warm welcome to all other commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, and host nation partners, friends, family, and to the rest of the Sabre Nation who are here with us today.
Sabre Nation has been busy over the past 3 months.
Oh, without a doubt, there were the local floods that many of us had to respond to, Operation Allies Refuge, and the closeout of the 2021 fiscal year.
Exactly. But none of that would have been possible without the hard work of the entire wing and surrounding community.
Hey, you're not wrong. I think it's time to recognize a few of those hardworking individuals today.
Absolutely. Sabres, feel free to get rowdy while supporting our nominees and winners. Without any further ado, let's get this ceremony started.
Colonel Houck and Chief Roche, please join us on stage for the announcement of the nominees and presentation of the awards.
What is this, Chief?
This right here, huge shout out to our maintenance group teammates that helped craft this. But this will be the traveling trophy for the loudest unit that's here today. It is
Who's going to be the first winner of it?
We got the cabin!
They got to start. We're going to be keeping track. I don't think the chaplain's here today, so we want to have push-ups involved, so that part's at least good. But awesome to see you guys all here, and I'm excited about this part. And at the end, I'll have a few remarks, but thanks starting season, everybody for putting it on, and especially for the MSG bringing it with all the accoutrements, if you will, around here, and even the whatever guy. I feel like there's a little bit of a home field advantage with MSG putting this one on and then also having the headquarters right next to it. But I know the other groups, I know y'all are going to bring it throughout this whole thing, and we'll be constantly judging. You know, this is part of some of the fun things that we get to do, right? So let's have fun with it, and then we'll have a great weekend too. All right?
Unfortunately, it was impossible for everyone to be here to cheer on all of our nominees. However, do not let that stop you from showing your pride and support as we announce the nominees and winners. Award winners, please come forward when your name is called.
First up, the Airman of the Quarter nominees.
From the 52nd Operations Group, Senior Airman Gabriela Gigola.
From the 52nd Maintenance Group, Airman First Class Kiara Laird.
From the 52nd Munitions Maintenance Group, Specialist Derek Hobson.
52nd Mission Support Group, Airman First Class Taekwon Brown.
So far, clear winner so far.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Senior Airman Elizabeth Glucker.
And from the Wing Staff Agencies, Airman First Class Emily Paul.
Let's have one more round of applause for all our airman category nominees.
I think some might want to start forming some alliances in the back.
And now the 52nd Fighter Wing Airman of the Quarter is from the 52nd Mission Support Group.
Oh, it's live.
Next up, our non-commissioned officers of the quarter. And the nominees are, from the 52nd Operations Group, Technical Sergeant Alsatia Montasser.
From the 52nd Maintenance Group, Technical Sergeant Rafael Duralde.
From the 52nd Munitions Maintenance Group, Technical Sergeant Cameron Ogle.
From the 52nd Mission Support Group, Staff Sergeant Seth Jensen.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Technical Sergeant Jessica Moore.
And from the Wing Staff Agencies, Staff Sergeant Brianna Aston.
Let's have another round of applause for all of our non-commissioned officers category nominees.
And now, the 52nd Fighter Wing Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter is, from the 52nd Mission Support Group, Staff Sergeant Seth Jensen.
Now it's time for our senior non-commissioned officers of the quarter. The nominees are, from the 52nd Operations Group, Master Sergeant Luke Edwards.
From the 52nd Maintenance Group, Senior Master Sergeant Kyle Eckert.
Sergeant James Gillespie.
From the 52nd Mission Support Group, Master Sergeant Frank Campbell.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Master Sergeant Brandon Wolf.
And from the Wing Staff Agencies, Master Sergeant Nicole Shunnings.
In January.
She wrote the script.
Let's have another round of applause for all of our senior non-commissioned officers.
And now the 52nd Fighter Wing Senior Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter is, from the 52nd Maintenance Group, Senior Master Sergeant.
Next up, we have our company grade officers of the quarter. The nominees are, from the 52nd Operations Group, newly promoted Major Jacob Powder.
From the 52nd Maintenance Group, Captain Thomas D. Quint.
From the 52nd Munitions Maintenance Group, Captain Brian Harris.
From the 52nd Mission Support Group, First Lieutenant Nicholas Niazian.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Captain Chantel Belfont.
And from the Wing Staff Agencies, First Lieutenant Gonja D. Quint.
Let's have another round of applause for all our company grade officers category nominees.
And now the 52nd Fighter Wing Company Grade Officer of the Quarter is, from the 52nd Maintenance Group, Captain Thomas D.
The next category of nominees is Field Grade Officer of the Quarter. The nominees are, from the 52nd Operations Group, Major Daniel Cook.
And from the 52nd Munitions Maintenance Group, Major Daniel McGiggins Welsh.
From the 52nd Mission Support Group, Major Catherine Wilson.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Major Jeffrey Barnes.
And from the Wing Staff Agencies, Major Dominic Collins.
Let's have another round of applause for all of our Field Grade Officer category nominees.
The 52nd Fighter Wing Field Grade Officer of the Quarter is, from the Wing Staff Agencies, Major Dominic Collins.
Next up is our Category 1 Civilian of the Quarter. The nominees are, from the 52nd Operations Group, Rachel Stewart.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Ashley Tremmel.
From the 52nd Mission Support Group, Christopher Billings.
And from the 52nd Maintenance Group, Brittany Ford. Let's have another round of applause for all of our Category 1 civilian nominees.
The 52nd Fighter Wing Category 1 Civilian of the Quarter is, from the 52nd Medical Group,
Now, let's hear it for our Category 2 civilians of the quarter. The nominees are, from the 52nd Operation Groups, Kyle Malcheski.
from the 52nd Maintenance Group, Brandy Watson. From the 52nd Mission Support Group, Chad Castor.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Heidi Yeager.
From the Wing Staff Agencies, Mara Comas.
Let's have another round of applause for all of our Category 2 civilian nominees.
The 52nd Fighter Wing Category 2 Civilian of the Quarter is from the 52nd Operations Group, Kyle Alchowski.
The next category of nominees is Key Spouse of the Quarter. The nominees are from the 52nd Munitions Maintenance Groups, Kimberly Williams.
From the 52nd Maintenance Group, Cody Sager.
And from the 52nd Operations Group, Emily Bergeron.
Let's have another round of applause for all of our Key Spouse nominees.
The 52nd Fighter Wing Key Spouse of the Quarter is from the 52nd Maintenance Group, Cody Sear. The final category is Team of the Quarter. The nominees are from the 52nd Operations Group, Detachment 1.
From the 52nd Munitions Maintenance Group, 702nd Months Custody Flight.
From the 52nd Mission Support Group, Mosul Dining Facility.
From the 52nd Medical Group, Warrior Medicine Flight.
And from the Wing Staff Agencies, Wing Protocol.
From the 52nd Maintenance Group, Munitions Flight.
And from the 726 Air Mobility Squadron, the 726 AMS Transportation Flight.
Let's have another round of applause for all of our team nominees.
The 52nd Fighter Wing Team of the Quarter is from the 52nd Medical Group.
Sir, could you shift over to the American flag and let everyone follow? Thank you. And 3, 2, 1. Got it.
the amount of hard work and dedication that each of our award recipients put forth to execute the mission is beyond phenomenal. Let's give them all one more round of applause.
You know, Airman Ortiz, there's been an awful lot of unit pride shown today. Who do you think has the most pride?
That's a great question, Sergeant Armstrong. Maybe we should have a sound-off. Perhaps Colonel Hawk and Chief Roach would like to judge.
All right, Sabres, it's your time to shine and vocalize some of your unit pride. Who do we have from the operations group?
How about the maintenance group?
Munitions maintenance group, you're up.
Mission support group, have at it.
All right, medical group, it's your turn.
And last but not least, Wing Staff Agency.
Well, I don't know about you, but I have to say, I really think MSG showed up.
Now, you and I may be a bit biased, but Colonel Hawk, Chief Roach, what do you think?
Sabre Nation?
Too close to call right now. We're gonna have Defenders versus WSA. That side. All right, we'll start with Defenders.
Go!
Chief, what do you think? I think I know what mine's gonna be. What do you think? Knights rule the night!
I'm gonna say it was me. Thank you.
All right, where you go with the defenders?
You know. Can't see.
Pull up the sword!
Number one.
Wherever you are.
All right, awesome, guys. It's good to be in here, and hopefully everybody could hear this time since we weren't in the hangar. Hopefully that was a good added bonus of being in here. You know, it was nice to see everybody's faces. Nice to be out of it's not cold outside, but we thought it might be, and we thought it might be raining. So thanks for everybody for putting this together, like I previously said. And on these awards, I'll tell you, they were close. It was as close as that final pick right there for who had the most spirit. You know, we recognized a lot of individual efforts today in here, but we also, at that last award, that was probably the most difficult for all of us to decide, and I had to have a lot of inputs on it, on who our team award was. And I think that says a lot, right? Because it's the collective ability of all of us to get the job done here at Sabre Nation, and all of us being Sabres. And that teamwork and the connection and everything that we make to make the mission happen is certainly important, not just to us here, but it's important to our Air Force and to our country. So as we talk about mission, airmen, and community, and you're gonna be able to be seeing a little bit more underneath those words here as we start rolling out our playbook across the wing with what those words mean to us. It'll allow you to probably reflect on some of the things that I reflect on. And underneath mission, we talk about deterrence. And we had the munitions maintenance group here today represented. They've certainly done a lot with closing out our cross-servicing exercise down at Getty this week with NATO. And that's a big deal if you haven't read about it. Go look on the internet for what a cross-servicing exercise is, and it'll tell you some of that. But it's a big deal for deterring Russia. We've also got our base defense in there underneath the mission. And we've also got our ability to dominate, to go out there and be mission ready. We're gonna see some of that firsthand next week with some of the things that Major Collins has planned along with our IG for our exercise. And that's important on all three of those fronts for us to ensure that we're committed not only to NATO, but we're also committed in our deterrence of those adversaries that might pop up in the future against us. So I look forward for sure for that exercise from the 6 to 6, and I hope you all do too. And if you didn't know there was an exercise happening next week, now you do, but surprise. Hopefully it's not a surprise, right? Because we're gonna roll into it in quick form, quick fashion, and hitting the ground running on Monday with our game faces on. And that's important, please, for all of you to remember that on Sunday night, because Sunday night is Halloween. I do realize that, right? But just be smart with all those decisions that we make this weekend so we're ready to not have any issues next week and learn from everything. Because I know it's my first exercise here, and it'll be some of y'all's first exercise ever, and a lot of your first exercise here at Spangall. All right, secondly then on airmen and community. All right, I'll just say a few words really on our airmen piece. The first word that pops out to me is courageous. And on that word, I look around and I read some of these packages, and I know I've seen some of you at Ramstein in the short time that I was there, but what you did, Sabre Nation, to our spouses also that are here as volunteers, and in all those award packages, it talks what you did for those travelers that were at Ramstein, the support that we gave Team Ramstein. You know, 10,000 evacuees at Ramstein Air Base, and we supported that endeavor with over 500 Sabres, going back and forth each day for about 2 months, 3 buses per day, swapping out on 8-hour shifts. That's a lot. And one of the coolest stories that I was told was by Major General Reed, our numbered Air Force commander, 3rd Air Force. He was sitting there and he came in at 3 a.m. one day to see what was going on and see how he could help, and you know, talk to all of our airmen and talk to all the other volunteers that were there, and also the interagency, and see what was really happening on the ground. And one of our Sabres was there. And I don't know who the Sabre was, because he gave me a name and I couldn't match it to anybody in the wing. But whoever you were, if you come to me, if you hear this story and it was you, I'd love to hear your name. But you were sitting there and you saw Major General Reed. You asked him who he was and what he did. He told you I'm Major General Reed, and you responded with, "That's great, sir. Thanks for being here. Now, can you help me out? Here's what we're doing. We're making meals right now. We're putting them in packages, and we're taking them to this pod over here for their 5 o'clock morning meals. And he sat there with our airman, who was leading the group, and made meals for 2 hours. Pretty cool, right? That's leadership too. And no matter who you're talking to or what you're doing, you know what the mission is and you know how to get it done. There were other airmen there, not Sabre airmen, they were actually relieved of their duty because they couldn't lead and they sat back and they were, kind of like the deer in the headlights look on what was to happen. And I'm super proud that wasn't one, of us representing what we were doing here with our Courage Out of Sabre Nation. So thank you for that, and thank you for everybody that supported that, but that is courageous right there, right? The second word we talk about is innovation, and in those packages, I also saw a lot of innovation. We tell the story all the time, and if you haven't been watching the news and you don't know what a Viper kit is, like that's one of our greatest stories out of Sabre Nation recently for innovation, right? Because Tech Sergeant Junker decided that it was stupid that there was some safety regulations that said that you had to have the correct pressure when you were filling up aircraft, and you had to have our trucks always on a TDY, and you couldn't use a Hose Nation's trucks or a Hose Nation fuel supply because of the pressure regulations out of the engineering specifications, and you also didn't have the right safety specifications out of, again, some engineer specifications, and he thought, how can I prevent us having to spend about $80,000 on every TDY shipping 6 R11 trucks with us so that we can have our own trucks, give our own planes our own gas? He goes, that's dumb. How about I design something that's gonna cost a fraction of that? We can buy it once and we can bring it on every TDY that we go on and we can use that gas that's already there. And oh, by the way, just figured out last week down in Israel that we can add additives to it too, so we don't have to bring in all of our own fuel. So that's pretty cool because we're thinking out of the box, right? And we're fixing stupid and we're going around and we're being innovative and we're finding something that's the size of a device that can fit in the back of a flatbed. And again, every TDY saved us about $80,000. And those are the type of things in those packages that reflects upon how awesome you all are and how awesome Sabre Nation is. And then, if I didn't mention community a little bit, that has been an amazing week for me. It has been an amazing week for me with the Germans and seeing some new mayors. The new mayor of Wittlich, in fact, got to meet him and see his inauguration. So if you live in Wittlich and you had a problem, I can probably help you out a little bit on that one, but try to sort it out with your neighbors first, I guess. But really nice guy, but the community connection with them is super important, right? And the floods that we discussed previously when it was brought up with our MCs, right, of what happened there, that is making so much money for the base with how our airmen supported Germany. And I thank all of you, and they're still talking about you to this day. Every meeting I go to is brought up. So for all of you that supported that, again, back to the courageous factor, but it builds into the community and that relationship that we have with the Germans. And I know some of you were even affected in Sabre Nation, and it's us taking care of our wingmen as part of that also. So well done there. We've got some recognition coming up in the near future with the community for the floods. For those that supported that, they're going to have a lot of you out. And then we're also going to have a day where we do a barbecue or something else for all those that supported Ramstein, including our spouses. So this is today, recognizing a few individuals and a few teams, but we will recognize all of you because I'm super proud of everything you do. And while we're talking about the community, for those that are new, and you've seen the new welcome brief and our mission brief, there's a nice picture of the school under the community, right? Because the community to me also means families. So if you didn't know, and you like football, there's a big playoff tomorrow at Ramstein in K-Town, where our high school, the Sentinels, are playing off versus Baumholder. If you haven't been to a 6-man football team, or football game, it's pretty dang exciting. Highest scoring that I've ever seen, right? So, and even last time, I'm not kidding you on that one either. Last week they actually lost to Baumholder, so this is a reattack. But they lost 71-60. So if you like seeing action, drive up the road for about an hour and a half, and you can watch them tomorrow at 1300. And that's not also, the rest of the high schoolers are having their playoffs too, and we're certainly rooting for them with the volleyball tournament going on right now. So thank you, and I'm sure there's other teams too. It's just my daughter's a volleyball player, so I'm tracking on that one. Her boyfriend's a football player, so I'm tracking on that one. Right, but it's great stuff. We're gonna get out of here a little bit early, and it's 15:52 minus a couple minutes. The club's going to be open for those that would like to go over there. I'm going to stay for a little bit, and then I'm going to head off to Ramstein to watch the rest of the volleyball that's going on for this time. But game faces again on for Monday. Please, smart decisions this weekend. And in addition to that, if you're not tracking on it, trunk or treat's happening, and then there's a big surprise in Sabre Circle where all of your group of 6 leaderships and myself and the vice live. We'll be having a theme, and I think the squadron commanders also have a theme for trick or treating if you want to bring your kids by or if you just want to come by on Sunday evening. Might be raining a little bit, but don't let it bring you down. It's still Halloween. So happy Halloween to everybody. And again, thank you for all you do. Chief, you ready?
I'm ready.
I think people are catching on to how we end meetings now, aren't they?
I hope.
All right, let's do this.
Sabers, seek! Attack!
Thanks, y'all. Carry on.